Hi there. I want to thank you for joining me for this LinkedIn 101 best practices for business to business. Um, I'm going to start out today just giving you some really high level basics for how I feel you can best set up yourself for success when using LinkedIn. Now, LinkedIn has been around for a long time and it's a really popular platform for social media for B2B marketing and connecting, but I do think it's an underutilized tool and just want to share a little bit with you today about how you can follow some really simple best practices to get more out of your LinkedIn presence. And I'll introduce myself quickly. My name is Leslie Vermillion. I'm the marketing director and senior vice president at United Prairie. So I use LinkedIn on a daily basis for myself and my company. So just want to share a few insights with you today that I hope you'll find some benefit in. First off, I'll share some numbers with you. So these numbers really don't lie. There are a great deal of Americans using LinkedIn and worldwide, of course, too. But stats tell us 194 million Americans use LinkedIn right now, and that being 28% of US adults. And you can see that user age range is the majority of the users are in that 25 to 34 age range, 60% of users. Great age group to connect with. And you may be part of yourself. And then a whopping 58 million companies are listed on LinkedIn, United Prairie being one of them. Every week, 52 million people use LinkedIn to search for jobs. So there's a really great use case, not only for positioning yourself and positioning your business for a great partner, but also for recruiting and retaining talent as well. And carrying that forward, 29% of LinkedIn users say they have used the platform to keep up with current events, and even more have used it to apply. I don't have the stat on this screen, but I've seen, I believe it was like 20 to 25 applicants per minute are using LinkedIn to apply for positions that they've found on LinkedIn. And some really interesting statistics that I think will really hopefully seal the deal for you feeling the importance of using LinkedIn. And that is that 4 out of 5 people that are already on LinkedIn and active with LinkedIn are those who drive business decisions. So you're really getting to the people who can make those decisions to do business with you. And then one more stat before we move on, 40% of B2B marketers surveyed indicated that LinkedIn was their most effective channel for driving high quality leads. So again, being able to reach those decision makers is a really great way to go anytime. Okay, I'm going to start with some best practices. Before I start, I just want to share that I'm going to do a little demo at the end to pick on myself. I'll show you my own personal LinkedIn profile to showcase a few of these things for you, because I don't want you scratching your head like, well, these are all great tips, Leslie, but how do I do them? So I'm going to give you a really quick demo at the end, taking a look at my own profile so you can see how to do some of these things I'm going to talk about today. Okay, so the bare bones basics for LinkedIn and a best practice that's just a no-brainer is to make sure that when you set your account up that you are in fact creating a complete professional profile for yourself. So your personal profile, not your business, but your own. You want to do this for your business as well, of course, but I'm speaking to you today about your personal brand and your personal profile. And when I say creating a complete and professional profile, that means complete all the sections. I'll show you in a little bit, but as you start to go through your profile, you'll see a little pencil tool that allows you to go section to section of that templated form that LinkedIn provides you and fill in as much information as you can. You don't want to leave a lot of blank space there. You really want to show people who you are through your experiences. And I'll show you that in a little bit, but it's really important to complete that profile. And then another tip is take a look at least quarterly and make sure it's up to date. You don't want to have an incorrect employer or a prior position. I see this all the time where folks will set up an account and never update it. And you'll see that maybe they're out there for a business that they worked for, 10 years ago, and they haven't been there for a long time. So make sure if you do set up an account, get that password in your password keeper and make sure that you are logging in on the regular and keeping it up to date. It's just easy to, push that aside in your day-to-day tasks, but it's important to stay up to date. And again, fill that profile in. Don't be shy. I mean, a lot of us are very humble and we feel like it's a brag to fill in our accomplishments, fill in our work that we've done through the years, but it's okay. That's how people will find you and know that you are, in fact, an expert in your field. So don't be humble. Don't be shy. Go ahead and use your LinkedIn profile to kind of be your personal resume. And then I have this little example at the bottom here. Don't let this be you. It's the little generic human head. If someone has not completed their profile and filled in those photos. So part of completing a profile for yourself is adding a photo so people can recognize you, not see that little generic human. It's a best practice to certainly make sure that you do fill in those photos in those slots too. Don't let this be you. All right. So the next best practice I want to share with you is connecting. So once you have your LinkedIn profile set up to your liking, your next step is to start connecting. There's no reason to have a really great LinkedIn profile unless you're going to connect with others and use it to showcase who you are, what you do, and also your connectivity to your business and those solutions that you provide. So I've got it broken down into 3 tips here for connecting. So first of all, the more the merrier. Just start connecting with basically everybody you know. So that would be clients, your referral partners that you work with, referring clients back and forth, team members from your own team, and just any and all of your professional and personal contacts. Again, the more the merrier. You'll be surprised as you start connecting with your, most known connections that other people will start finding you as well. So the more the merrier there. Start making those connections. Go up to your search bar and start looking for those people that are really in your circle. Next tip is connect with your prospects. It's a great way to keep up with the news of their business, anything that's going on perhaps in their life, and it gives you a meaningful way to be able to reach out to them to say, hey, I saw what is happening with your company. It's really exciting. Can I get together with you for a cup of coffee and talk about, what's going on? Again, a meaningful way to reach out instead of just randomly sending a message trying to get in and have a sales opportunity. It gives you a good way to get some intel. And lastly, follow your local chambers, businesses in your area, service organizations in your area. They will be posting on the regular what is going on in your community, and it's a great way to just keep up with what's happening and be in the know with all that's happening with the business community in your area. All right, I'm going to dig a little bit deeper in connecting with your prospects. Remember that 4 out of 5 of those LinkedIn users drive business decisions. So it's really a good way to get past those gatekeepers and get right to the folks who are in those businesses that can make the decisions and make the decision to do business with you. And one thing that's really important when you're connecting with your prospects, or really anyone, and anything that you do in your LinkedIn activities, is to be authentic. People don't like to feel like they're being sold to. I know I have it happen all the time where I'll have people I don't know reach out and they clearly are just immediately trying to get me to take a look at their product. And I always decline unless I can see that they know someone that I know or I'm connected with. I'm probably not going to accept that invitation. So work with the people you know. Approach folks in a way that's authentic. Don't try to sell to them, at least not yet. make that connection and be authentic. And again, use LinkedIn to stay in the know. Be authentic in how you're reaching out. Be specific about something that's happening with their employer, with their job, with maybe an acquisition, something new happening with their business. A great way to be able to reach out in a way that is, not salesy and very genuine. Okay, so the next best practice is being active. And that means log into your LinkedIn account on the regular, scroll through your home feed to see what's happening with your connections. Also, when you see that something's happening with your connections, if they're posting, if they have something going on, engage with their posts. It's just like other social media outlets. You can like posts, you can comment on them, you can share. They have the little reaction emojis. So make sure that you are engaging regularly with your contacts. So once you've connected with them, you want to show that you are genuinely interested in what's going on with their business and their lives. So be sure to be engaged with them. Another great way to show your support with your connections is to give them endorsements. I'll show you that in a few moments when I give you the demo, but endorsing your connections is pretty fantastic in a few ways. First of all, you are showing your confidence in their skills. You are giving them your backing as far as what they do for a living. It helps build their LinkedIn profile to provide them more of a professional network of people that believe in what they do. And the nice thing also about giving endorsements is a lot of time when you give someone an endorsement, then they feel that they should give you one back. So and a lot of times they do. So sometimes when you endorse someone, they're going to endorse you back, and then that helps build your own profile. So there is a nice benefit there as well. All right, next I'm going to touch on posting. So another way of being active with your LinkedIn profile is to post regularly. And when I talk about posting to LinkedIn with people, I'm in marketing, so a lot of times they immediately will say, well, I'm not creative like you. I don't know what to post. And I always say, you don't have to be creative. In fact, you don't even have to come up with your own content. An easy tip to get started with posting to LinkedIn is really to just share good content from others. There's nothing wrong with that. You can go, if you're scrolling through your feed and you see a really great post that's a quote or an article or something timely that you find really resonates with you, just share that post and add your own commentary to it. And that's perfectly fine. That's a good way to get started. Once you feel more comfortable and more confident, you can be creative and create your own posts. People always respond better to people posts. When I say people posts, I mean having photos of activities or your staff, yourself. It can even be something personal from your life. Anytime someone's scrolling through a feed, like any other social media outlet, if there is a photo of someone they know, they're going to pay more attention. And it doesn't always have to be something serious or business related. It can be anecdotal. It can be something fun and funny about your life or something that happened in your business. So it doesn't always have to be so serious. It's really just being your authentic self. Another good post opportunity is by just sharing good articles. They can come from other sources. They don't have to be ones that you have found through your LinkedIn feed. It's really easy to grab a link from a website and copy paste it into a LinkedIn post. And really, just in the end, being authentic with what you do in your LinkedIn. You're going to get tired of me saying it, but it really is important to be your real self. And your goal is really to show that you are an expert in your field and that you're a good human being and therefore someone that people will want to do business with. That's why we're here in the end, right? Is to show who we are, have that presence so that when people are Googling us or looking for us, they know who they're going to be dealing with. It's really important. I know There's a lot of stats out there, but even myself, when I think of my consumer and business behaviors, I do my research. I look into other people before making decisions on who I want to partner with. And I'm sure a lot of you do the same thing. Okay, I'm going to take a pause here and switch over to my LinkedIn profile to give you a bit of a demo. So hang tight with me. I'm going to switch over to that screen. I want to just show you a few of the features that I mentioned earlier, specifically to how to set up your LinkedIn profiles. So again, here is my personal profile, and I mentioned the little pencil features. Anywhere you see one of these little pencil features, that is where you will click to be able to edit. So I mentioned adding your photo. So you can see I have a professional headshot here, a background image that I added that is a branded one for our company. And anytime you see these little pencils is where you would edit. So I'm going to just click on this particular spot, and you'll see it's just allowing me to update my basic information, my title, give yourself a headline, show your company in your intro, industry, education, location, and so on. I think you get the idea, but it will lead you through section by section. As you scroll down and you're building your profile, you'll see there are different sections that allow you to edit. So like I said earlier, I really encourage you to fill in as much as you possibly can to make sure that you have a nice complete profile. I wanted to just show you quickly that section that shows the endorsements and how to endorse people, especially your connections and your prospects. So as you will see when you build your own profile, you will give yourself skills. There are some canned skills. So when you hit the little plus sign and you start typing anything, you'll see some options come up, and you can tell where you put these skills to use. So I'm just going to add graphic design. I've done it as a marketing specialist at United Prairie, and I'm going to save that. So that's going to add to my skills. I'll go back. It should show up. If I show all my skills, you'll see that that new one should be included, the graphic design option. So there it is right there. So again, if you want to endorse people and you go to their page and go to their skills section, then you can choose one of their skills and click to endorse them. You can see I have some endorsements in mind. I probably could stand to grow those a little bit, but a good way to do that would be to go endorse some of my contacts as well. So I want to show you that feature where that shows up in your profile and where you can find it on your connections profiles in that same place. So again, anytime you see a pencil, that's an edit section. Really important to make sure you have those photos and have a complete profile to showcase the best you can for yourself, what you do, your background, really give someone a good snapshot of you and your career and what your areas of expertise are. So I'm going to go to my home feed and show you what that looks like. It looks like a lot of any other social media outlets where you can just scroll your feed and see posts by your connections. You're going to start seeing some ads eventually, folks that you follow, companies that you follow will show up. And like I mentioned earlier, it's really great to just take a look regularly and engage with posts from your contacts. So, for example, you can go and like, comment, you can do a repost or send it to someone to show them a post. You can send direct messages in LinkedIn. So really, it's just important to make sure that you're engaging with your connections. And then also I mentioned how important it is to create your own content. So it's really easy to do so. You just simply go to your home, either your page or start a post from the top of the home feed. And you literally just click. It's just like any other social media outlet where you just type a post like you would on Facebook or any other tool. And then on the bottom, it allows you to add photos, videos. You can add a document. You can show your hiring, celebrating, creating a poll. There's all kinds of options of things that you can add to your posts. Again, I shared that you can easily post an article. So if I was going to post an article, I would simply grab that URL of the article and copy it and paste it into the content of my post, and it would populate that article link into my feed, and then I would just add some commentary to the post, like, hey, came across this great article. It's great because XYZ. And then again, like other social media outlets, there's an opportunity to add hashtags. Those, again, are good because they group similar content. You can reach larger audiences in that way. So that's how you post. And then if you're wanting to make connections and grow your network, you just do that by searching individuals. You can go take a look at your network and see if anybody has invited you to join. And you just simply search people by typing their name in the search box to add them. So that's how you start building those connections. You find who you're looking for and send them a connection request. So that is a summary of really how you can simply manage your profile and start being active. So I'm going to just do a quick recap on what we talked about. All right, so to recap our LinkedIn 101 basics, getting started with LinkedIn, first of all, is making sure you build that complete profile. Like I just showed you, adding a picture, adding in as much content as you can to really fill in your profile and show that you're a well-rounded professional. The next thing is connecting with those people. The more the merrier. The more you reach those tendrils out and connect with people, other people will begin to find you as well. So it's a great way to start building that network. And then lastly is being active and authentic. It's a great way to showcase your personal brand, your company, how you bring value to your clients and what your areas of expertise are. So really encourage you to give LinkedIn a try. Again, it's a great way to connect with people who are the decision makers in business and really showcase yourself in the way that you want to be seen in your community and in your business network. And that is all I have for you today. I hope you got some value from this quick coverage of the basics of LinkedIn. And if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to email me. I'd be happy to answer questions for you. I'm by no means a super duper expert, but I use LinkedIn quite a bit and it can hopefully give you some tips. So you can email me at lvermillion@unitedprairiebank.com or feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. I'd be happy to join your network. You can see my LinkedIn handle there on the screen. Again, thank you. I appreciate your time and I hope you got some value out of the presentation today. Take care.